Great rising to everybody. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Well, welcome. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on social media, the best of the business. Believe that. Um, this is a sad day for our hero, the late great Malcolm-Jamal-Warner. I will put the link. You see it in the title. It's open panel. So I expect y'all to get on the panel. Let's talk about it. Talk about the good times. And welcome, Ninja Dissident. Well, this your first time here? Yeah, I never seen you before. So Latrice, how you doing, sis? I see you in a while. Welcome. I want you to go check out her channel. Great channel. Yeah, he was loved by many. Let me get these announcements out the way. To my underrated one family, the ones who rock with me throughout the years, and the ones along the way. Thank you for your consistent support. I really appreciate that. And I'm gonna do whatever I can to bring up some true content to y'all. Do the best I can. So understand I might mess up a little bit, but come from here, you know it's gonna be true. So thanks for rocking. Thanks for rolling me throughout the years, my beginners, and even for family beginners, even right now, and even the ones along the way. Thank y'all so much. Never know. I don't get around that much. You never know. But I'm glad that you're here. I hope that you subscribe to my channel. Please do that. So, um, to my No Duck Zone podcast family, brother Clarence McLean and his wife and the rest of the family. Um, I salute y'all. Y'all keep up the fine work. Keep on pushing for the truth too. Brother McLean doing some big things. So shout out to my brother, the one and only Bronx Biggs himself, brother Clarence McLean. So shout out to the Bronx, man. I'm from New York, raised from New York. Shout out to New York, man. Shout out to the rest of y'all too, around where y'all at. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. That stands. Oh, really? Okay. Why you haven't come? You say you subscribe to my channel. Why you haven't come? I just want to know. Okay, subscribe. Yeah, that's sis right there. Yeah, that's sis right there. Oh, let me get this say it again. To the mighty LDBC. That stands for Lions Den Boston or basketball community. Shout out to brother 7-8 Sports TV, the one created, and other brothers. Years ago, I'm still rolling with them. Brothers and sisters. Word, that's your aunt? I asked her, does she know the number one grinder? She knows me. I'm part of the family. She knows me. That's your auntie. That's great. Got auntie, got family up in here. That's great news and all that. Great news. So you cool to ask her about me. She tells you. I know, if I know both, I know. Okay, all right, cool. Aaron Haranju, what's up? That's my LDBC fan right there. Shout out to you, brother. And let me put the link in the chat. If people want to come up, they can come up. So the page right there. Shout out to Latrice. There goes the link right there. Everybody wants to please come up. Open panel. It's open panel. When I first heard about the news, I didn't believe it. Because people want to get it wrong and stuff. Yes, also, yeah. Matter of fact, I did a chop up with both of your aunts. Yeah. Matter of fact, I knew Deborah. Deborah first did she introduce me as assistant captain, so I knew them for a long time. Great, 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 great fam, great people. They part of the Underrated One family. They part of that. You know, shout out to BK. I'm rich from BK, New York. So shout out to BK, man. Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, but when I first heard the news, I didn't believe it until I did some more digging, and it was true. He got drowned and stuff. Like, you know, I had other engagements that I wanted to do, but I said they put that off. You know, and let's go do this. You know, so I hope everybody. You got the link right there. You want to come up? Please come up. Let's talk about it. You know, because the big law is a big loss throughout the world, but for our people, you know. So okay, okay. What you cooking? What you cooking? But thanks for being here, and keep on chatting, and hopefully you can get up here soon. And but I had like quite a few people talk about it and stuff, and I first got to know brother Malcolm-Jamal-Warner on the Cosby Show was a major success and stuff like that, and he was one of the few ones that talked against evil power, want the betterment for our people, and he was never afraid to talk about, oh, fire team, Miss Special, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's some good cooking right there. Good cooking right there. And so, and I respect that of him. I do respect, always, you know, all about class with him, but he always had that fight warrior spirit, you know. A lot of people loved him. They ain't said not one bad thing about him. No. Every time I see him, I see him, he always help people, especially ones look like us. He gave out to humanity. I'm not saying he didn't, but hold on, fam. But he always give out the family stuff. So hopefully, like I said, hope we get some people to come on here. You know, but he was on Malcolm and Eddie. He did a few movies, stuff, and he was only 55. That was young. That was young, man. Okay, no problem. We'll hold you to that. I'm gonna. I'll talk him up. My brother guy Nollywood.
Yo, what's happening, King?
Better known as King. King Boy. Always always in front of the struggle. Pan African, the scholar, the truth, and from I mean New York. I gotta say that you be teaching. You told me I be you be teaching you be teaching the truth, and the truth be coming out, and people got close their ears like that. Because they know the devil got their ears. But we ain't gonna get into that. We gonna stick to it. Cause when I when I be getting it in, I be getting it in. We gonna get it. But
Right.
54 actually, thank you. His birthday didn't come up yet. Thank you, sis. When you heard about the news, my brother, how do you feel about it?
Man, rest in peace to Malcolm-Jamal-Warner, man. It's funny because, I'm in my house chilling, and next thing you know, my wife told me, like, yo, Malcolm-Jamal-Warner passed away today. And I was like, I mean, my mouth literally dropped. I mean, I mean, it's like, damn. And they said he drowned. And I'm just trying to figure out, I'm just trying to figure out how. I want to know how it happened. Like, what happened? You know, I mean, I know he has a daughter. Um, so I mean, it's shocking. Um, I believe he's married. I'm not sure, but I don't know if the wife or the family came out yet and spoke about it. So I don't know what the situation is, but it's just a sudden thing, man. Like it's I don't know. I don't know. It's like I need to find more information. I need to get more information about what happened, where he was located,
Mm-hmm.
how it happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's just very the situation is very vague. Um, but yeah, man, it's a really sad day, man. Like, wow, it's just messed up. I'm still shocked. I'm saddened. So, and that's all I got to say about it for now, man. It's just a really sad day.
Yeah, it
I
really
agree
is.
with I agree
Go ahead,
with him.
how you doing,
Hey,
sis?
underrated baby, how are you, my love?
I'm good. How you feel? Welcome back.
I'm sorry, I've been working so much. Now I'm on vacation. I don't go back to
Cool,
work
cool.
until the 4th of July. I mean, August. I'm sorry, the 4th of August. So yeah, so I'm feeling the same way he did. When I found
Got you.
out, like, bro, I grew, like, you really grew up with these people, like Eddie Winslow. You know what I'm saying? You grew up with Eddie Winslow, then you grew up with, Theo, aka real name Malcolm Jamal Warner. Like, bro, when I heard that, I cried for an hour. Like, bro, I
Hmm.
grew up with these people.
Yes, we did.
I mean, we literally saw them as children. You know what I'm saying? Over the
Right.
years. So yeah, the
Look,
sister is
let
right.
me
Like we.
tell you something. Let me tell you
Mhm.
something. I'm from Chicago. And like, bro, I say when I was about 15 years old, right? The Cosby was still going on. So, Cause I was not the Cosby didn't come on until what? 1986 or something like that.
No, it was I believe in 81, 82, something like that.
I
It was
think
like I think
no.
it's 84. I think it was 84. I'm not sure.
84.
I
Okay,
know
I'm
it
on.
was something
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
probably
I agree
84.
with him.
Yeah.
I know it was like later, you know what I'm saying, not the beginning. But in the meantime, between time, like, bro, I was trying to gangbang. I wasn't trying to hear that shit. But then when I saw, because I'm from Chicago, how the gangbanging was going, Like, bro, I was at home every Thursday at 7 o'clock. What we talking about? I watched every episode. Like right now, I'm watching the Cosby's. I've been a Cosby fanatic forever. Ever since they
Yeah,
came out in, if I'm not mistaken, they came out in 1985 or something like that. But in the meantime, between time, like I love the Cosby. So to
yeah,
hear that about Malcolm, like I've been following him from there. Malcolm and Eddie, homeboys from outer space. I like, bro. I've been following him forever, but just to hear that, it broke my heart.
yeah. And you know what, brother Ghana? Because me and brother Ghana, we keep in contact offline for years, and I want y'all to read the comments, and I want y'all to pay attention to the comments because everything. But brother Ghana, were you still there, King?
I'm here, brother.
I want you to read the comment because everything that we will talk about, and even since I want you to join to it too, and even people in the chat, there's something fishy going on here. So it's not just us. Now, nephew, thanks for showing up. Thanks for coming, nephew. Nigel said, wherever you lead the industry and you start expressing the truth about what they really do, they find a way to destroy.
That's true. I agree.
And you
Yeah,
know what? Wait, I mean, I'm laughing because we was talking about that, King.
that's right. We were just talking about that.
We
Yep.
were talking about that a few hours ago, and you absolutely right. And then now all of a sudden, I want people to understand what I'm saying, and I want people, please, people, engage in these conversations too in the chat because you're very important too. He's supposed to be a celebrity, right? How did he got drowned? Usually they let us know how he got drowned, right? But now it's still under investigation. And like Sister Ninja say, it's feisty. Some is up. Or I'm just saying like this. I know how to smell my own shit, and it doesn't smell right. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. If you look at all these weird um with freak deaths, even when you look at the Kobe, that's remind me of the Kobe situation about the helicopter. He been taking the helicopter for years, and all of a sudden, boom, it's not working no more. Like it just, these little freak accidents. Um, sometimes you do have to question uh these things because it's like things just don't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? It just don't happen. Like even with this situation with Malcolm, man, it's just like what, like you said, why is there has to be an investigation? How come you just can't say, okay, this is how what happened? Because they know something is fishy. Like one of the like this person said, like this said, it sounds very fishy. You know, it's just something ain't right, man. It's just something is not right with this because they very quiet, and I think what's going to happen is they're going to try to make something up, right? Because usually when there's I'm gonna be honest with you, don't think Dr. Umar he's gonna talk about it too. He's gonna say the same thing that we saying. So, but like they said, if you start exposing, when you look at what's going on with P Diddy, when you're looking at with Bill Cosby, even Kobe, he was trying to start another a league in China where it's going to really compete with the United States. Like it was a lot of when you start seeing how people move when they leave sports, or they leave uh, the film industry, um, then when they start, like I said, when they start creating their own thing, or they want to buy out something, or they want to expose certain how people move in Hollywood, that's when you're gonna start hearing all these little freak accidents um, out of nowhere, or all of a sudden they all of a sudden all these bunch of women start saying, oh, how they were sexually assaulted. You know, I mean, look at that Bill Cosby situation. All these weird looking women start talking about, oh yeah, coming out 30 years, 40 years later, talking about, yeah, he drugged me. When back in those days, that's all people was into was drugs and sex. You see what I'm saying? And he went through all that stuff, man. I mean, it's just P Diddy. He was suing Ciroc, and now look what he's doing. Oh, he threw all these weird sex parties where everybody was doing that. Everybody, hell, Rick James was doing it. Um, so like I said, it's a trail you have to follow. We have to follow the trail where how did it lead up to that point? You know what I'm saying? So if they can't get you by unaliving you, they'll get you by put you in the poorhouse. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man.
Yeah, so yeah, sis, whatever. They thank you, nephew. Appreciate that. So
Yeah, so it's really unfortunate, man. It's like I'm still shocked. Like I said, we grew up watching the Cosbys, man.
yes, we did.
We saw Theo, we saw Malcolm when he was a kid. He was a boy. He was like what, 12? You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was a baby. So I mean, it's damn, man. It's like he still looked the same. I mean, he didn't change a bit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I mean, when you look at him, it's him. And I think he just had a daughter too. I know his daughter is still young. I mean, it's just, man, it's just unfortunate, man. It's
And
really a
and let
sad,
me say,
sad day.
and sis was saying right here, Sister Ninja, she said that the brother know how to swim. Now this is what I'm saying. The brother know how to
Oh
swim. How he
wow.
still got drowned? You can go ahead, sis. You want to put it into? Huh? There's something fishy about it. I'm trying to tell y'all. Oh, it does. Absolutely, it does. But see, we talk like that, right, sis? They gonna think there's something wrong with us. And let me say this, and that's a good point, brother God. Now you say that Dr. Umar Johnson is gonna jump on it, and let me tell y'all the certain things about this too. If y'all if Dr. Umar Johnson talk same thing, why don't you come over here and support us? All right, come over here and support us, because we talk about the same thing too. Only thing he got big supporting cast. That's understandable, but we talk about the same thing too. We talk about the truth over here, right?
That's right.
We talk about the truth over here for years. So why don't you bring that over here too? Bring some people over here. You know, since you can go at it, you can go talk.
You said what you say about Umar?
No, what we were saying, what the brother was saying, that Dr. Umar Johnson is going to talk about the same thing. And so while I was saying that the ones listening want to come over here, we talk the same thing too. We talk about the same thing. We talk about the truth over here.
Yeah, but what do Umar have to do with anything? I just feel like he's crooked.
No, oh no, listen, listen. Only brother guy that was talking that Dr. Umar Johnson was going to talk about the same thing. That's all it is. They ain't no support him or nothing. That's all he said. And he's right. He is going to jump on this. That's all he said.
But how he gonna jump on us when he not even doing right?
He's not
That's what
jumping.
I mean.
He's not jumping. But the brother was saying that the same thing we talking about, brother Malcolm.
No,
He
I
will
understand what you're saying. No, underrated. I understand what you're saying, but you're not even
don't
doing
either,
right.
huh?
That's almost like some of these preachers. Y'all sit here and tell us what we need to be doing, but y'all not even doing it. That's how I feel about Umar. That's all I'm saying.
Got you. All right, no problem. So, but get back to brother Malcolm. You know, he was a producer. He did some documentaries that deals with our people throughout the years. Um, but the one thing that we cannot forget that he talks against the power. See, Digley, what's good? Salute to
I'm
you.
good, fam.
All right.
Yeah. Please, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight or in the morning?
Get the lights up, y'all. Listen, listen. I'm not talking about the ones in the chat. Yo, it was six. It was six. Y'all was saying. Now it's down to three. Come on, y'all. Just get them up. Come on, hit them lights. I'm not talking about y'all in the chat, because I know you go. Let's get them lights up. Come on. I don't know what to get bounced out, man. But yeah. But it just I just found it that and I know there's gonna be people in the space gonna talk about this too, but they're gonna take it as an outrage. Oh, this and that, but all I'm just saying, like the sister say in the chat, something is fishy. Sister Knight, Mashona Knight said, something is fishy, something is up. Brother God 91 said things, something is up. My sis right here, something is up. She Digley, what's good? I know you heard about the news.
I heard about it this morning, and I got on my news feed yeah, I did. And I was like, this can't be. When they said what happened, he's like accidental drowning over the weekend while in Costa Rica.
Mm.
And I'm like, he was vacation family. What's going on with people drowning and such? I mean, what happened? There's still more. I'm sure
Some bad.
there's
Yeah,
more to this than people think.
bad.
Go ahead.
Some is fishy. Let me explain something to
Hmm?
you. My late father used to have to say this. He's from the South. So y'all understand what I'm saying? He said, listen, I'm not gonna cook no
Okay.
chicken that is dirty. All
True.
right. Something is do not some stinks happen right here. And I'm read what the sister she said. It was a simple drowning. Why do you have to investigate? See, that's what I'm talking about, right?
Hmm.
These are excellent questions in the chat. We need to ask these questions, but these people are, oh, you're about conspiracy and stuff. Look. If the brother drowned, just say he drowned. But why you have to investigate? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying like this, man. In a few minutes, man, they're gonna make me fix a good drink. I'm just saying.
My thing is this: you want to rule out all possibilities of foul play, but then again, sometimes you wonder the authenticity of the coroner's report. But all due time. And underrated regarding your dad saying, I can completely agree with him because ain't nobody cooking no dirty chicken. You gotta clean that chicken thoroughly.
That's all I'm saying.
Same with the fish. Make sure you clean that fish thoroughly clean. Make sure that fish is
That's
thoroughly
all I'm saying.
clean before you cook it.
Go more on your point. What all of us are saying right here in the chat, go in the chat,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If he drowned, say he drowned. Why you gotta do a further investigation that they say he drowned and he will not? Come on now, come on. Y'all doing too much. This don't smell right.
And you can smell that funk with a cold.
I'm just saying, look, then my mom's having saying too. If it's some dirty water, I'm not drinking it.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, I mean to get off subject. Y'all need to pay attention to what the old people are saying. Because what the old people are saying, when you get older, it makes a lot of sense. Brother Garnier, you can get into it too, please. I know you be doing your thing. She said, but if he was in the water having fun, why would you have to rule out foul play? Yeah.
Because we
How
have
do you,
to
how,
we have to
go ahead, you
understand
go ahead.
too that it's not the first time he traveled. It's not the first time he went in water or an ocean. It's been many times. It's probably been many times he did it. But why now? What happened? What happened today? You know what I'm saying? Why all of a sudden now he's drowned? Unless only thing I can think of, unless he went too far out of the ocean somewhere in Costa Rica. Because I know those tides, the water can pull you in. I get that. So if that's the reason, I could understand. But I know that he went traveling before, and he went to other islands or whatever, and resorts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's just kind of weird today. It's just kind of weird that this happened. This drowning, he drowns today. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just questionable. You know what I mean?
And right, go more on your point, King. That's not the first time we see that he was in water throughout the years.
Exactly.
It's not the first time he's, do on the board and all that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Highway, playing in the water. I mean, like, oh man, yo, come on, yo.
And to your man's point in blessings, I'm saying underrated. We don't know what the circumstances of it. What happened, that particular situation and whatnot. So all that's got to be ruled out, and for the cause of death and everything. It's not enough that what happened, how, but why. So they got to do a thorough investigation, make sure they rule out no foul play, no nothing suspicious happened. Make sure there was no negligence.
Yeah,
So
you're
I
right.
don't,
You're right.
I don't even trust. Sorry, go. I don't even trust him to do investigation. I don't trust him.
I don't fault you for that, fam. I don't fault you for that. That's what they're gonna do, but that doesn't mean we can't scrutinize everything. It's good to be critical, but have a critical eye about everything.
I'm just saying, they always proven throughout the years, especially us as African descent, when we talk,
Mm-hmm.
our power, right? It's power.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened to us. These are facts. It's not what the underrated one making up. Not what no one Grinder making up. It's not what God King Nine would not make it up. It's not what the sisters making up. It's not what people making up in the chat. These are facts. Because I guarantee you, there are thousands of unsolved cases that's happening right now, and we talking about for decades and decades and decades. Brother God, now you can get into it too. Brother Shane Digley too.
Well, go ahead, fam. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's you know, you always hear these, like I said, you always these weird freak accidents. But like I said, we have to follow the trail. It's a trail behind this. You know. So when I had talked about Kobe, you talk about Bill Cosby and the thing what they was trying to do, and all of a sudden, boom, you know, they in some courtroom, you know, like even when that Bill Cosby situation, you got all these. But it was almost like damn near 40 women coming out the same time talking about, oh yeah, he drugged me up and he sexually assaulted me 40 years ago. And these women are like wrinkled and, you know what I'm saying? Like, where were you, you know, how come you didn't speak about this sooner than it happened? Why now? And then when you hear about, oh yeah, he was trying to buy NBC. That's why. You know, he was trying to buy the same network where he had his show on, and they didn't like it because he had the money. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when you hear about this stuff, man, it's just, you know, it's you know, it just shows you that how it's almost like a mob hit. You know what I'm saying? Almost. You know what I'm saying? Like Hollywood is like almost like a hot, because we have like Underrated Darkness said. He said that Malcolm-Jamal-Warner was exposing the industry. You know, and that's probably what happened. He was probably going to write a book. You know what I'm saying? And tell and start, you know, start telling what the public need to know. You know,
Right, and also. Right, it calls selective remembrance. Yeah, you're right, sis. And also, all right, and you know, go along. Let's talk about our late great sister Angie Stone. You was on here, brother God and brother King.
Yep.
Talk about that. All of a sudden, everybody when the flip, she the only one died. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Listen. I know this much. I remember Sesame Street came in the 1970s. I remember some. I'm not dumb to Sesame Street. I got to say that. I got to say that, bro. But we don't know what we talking about. And that is, if you think about it, Angie was talking against Power, how they was taking her masters throughout the years, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She was on the way, you know, to play in the Black College Venture. I forgot the name of the school, on the way back going to North Carolina. Oh, she's the only one passed away. Come on, y'all. Y'all could elaborate on that. Come on. YouTube, I know you messing with me. I had five. I see up 5. Now it's down to 2. I get it.
I mean, too many people going too soon and everything. I mean, to Nollywood Jr., I just gotta ask the question. Maybe you can clarify something for me.
Okay.
When Cosby was trying to, get the money together to purchase NBC, was this also around the same time his son was killed?
I believe
His,
so. I think that was around the time. Yeah.
yeah, his son was killed like in January, February of '97.
Right.
And the only thing, and when he was asked, and like, when reporters swarmed him, when he found out the news, only thing he said was, he was my hero, regarding his son Ennis.
Mm.
Was it within
Yeah.
a year they found they found the culprit? Claimed there was a
Right.
Yeah,
They said
uh,
they found the culprit. Come on now.
yeah.
That's what they
Yeah, and the
said.
funny thing about it, they claim the culprit was an immigrant from the former Soviet republics, from former Soviet Union and whatnot, and a junkie. I'm like, nah,
Yeah, they wanted
they never did it.
they was trying to discourage him. So they use that, like I said, yeah, they would do that. They would, if they can't get to you, they get someone close to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
and then you got to understand too, he was putting out something positive. Especially around that time, you could not say there's some some decent black folks. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to put something positive, and it was because it was something new to me. You know what I'm saying? Seeing a doctor, a black man's a doctor, and a black woman's a lawyer. The kids of the upbringing is decent. It was pretty new, and so
Upper middle class,
and it's in Brooklyn.
affluent, an affluent
Right?
part of Brooklyn.
Yes, yes. So being for me, I'm from New York. It was new to me because all I saw was some hood stuff. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
and it did change a new outlook. Like, oh yeah, we could be successful too. So and I think that's when he started changing the minds. You know what I'm saying? He started changing minds, and then he was like, "Yo, he wanted to take it further." So when they see you becoming more popular, and then he got he's in commercials, he got his own cartoons. He was becoming a big influence of black people. This is Bill Cosby. He was becoming almost a powerful figure, just being positive. And America don't want that. They don't want that. They don't when they see your bridges a little too high, they say, okay, now we gotta bring this person down to size. You see what I'm saying? We gotta get him. We gotta discourage him. So I think by his son being murdered, was and then also too, remember Bill Cosby. I know we talking about Bill Cosby for now, but remember he had an outside child. Remember that situation?
No, I can address that. It was around the same time also.
Yes, that was
Around the
around
same time his son was killed.
Right.
And remember, and the mother of that woman, the mother of that child, of that young girl, she and Cosby denied that he was the father, and she was arrested in a sting operation with two other people to try to extort him.
See,
Threatened to But here's the irony though. Here's the irony of it. Here's the weird thing. That same woman who Cosby admitted to having an affair with, who denied that Cosby was the father of his daughter, the father of that particular daughter, she would be among the 40 plus women who would later accuse him when the Me Too stuff happened.
wow.
And here's something else to consider. Before the Cosby came out, what were the most popular shows involving black folks? It was Sanford and Son. Mm-hmm. It was Good Times.
Yep.
What's happening now. Remember what they were trying to push? What do you call different strokes?
The Jeffersons.
Jefferson's was okay because they were moving on up, but
Family Matters.
no, not Family Matters, not yet.
Okay.
After the
I see what
Cosby,
you're
because
saying.
remember,
I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
because when you had the successful Cosby Show, it opened the way for shows like Family Matters,
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
In the House, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Parenthood by Robert Townsend and everything.
Yep. I remember that.
Because they put out positive shows, but at the same time, you also had shows like Martin, Malcolm and Eddie.
Yep.
Because Hang with Mr. Cooper, and then later, D.L. Hughley, the Steve Harvey Show.
Yep. So you're right. He did pave the way for all these other
shows that were showing positive.
Mm-hmm.
But also too, we cannot leave
out.
We cannot leave of also Bill Cosby talked against the power too back in the late, like throughout the 60s and 70s. We cannot forget about Fat Albert and the Kids.
Oh, he was talking. He had documentaries with PBS.
A lot of people did not know what he would drop. Yo, Fat Albert and the Kids. You know what's a guy name was? They were dropping gems.
You want to hear something? You want to hear something shocking, underrated? It's the 1970s. On a PBS short that was like a one-man show of sorts that Cosby did. It's called A Bigot. There you see him, cigar in his mouth, puffing a cigar, talking about every single minority he cannot stand. He's speaking from the perspective of a bigot. And where does he and the first thing that you hear coming out of his mouth is the N-word. Because he wanted to show the power of words, the power of bigotry, and where it comes from. He was trying to show how what a bigot looks like, someone who's discriminatory. And so he had to use those words. It was pretty powerful. Just him puffing that cigar, and he wasn't just throwing it out, banding it out just willy-nilly. He was doing it in a way that was very creative and gave you some insight to understand hatred, fear. Another documentary from like the 60s and 70s, from the 60s he put out about reclaiming and, Black history. Fighting against the narratives that are being pushed that make y'all feel inferior. And we think about it, like Black history has been pretty much watered down in a way because of it. It's men like Cosby and other people who've been trying to raise awareness of it.
All right, hold on, C. Digley. Introduce yourself, please.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Trump of Israel. I was the one in the chat.
Welcome. You finally, I know you were snapping them gums with your food and make us hungry. You finally.
No, I'm still eating, but I'm fine. Just wanted to stop by. Just want to, join the chat,
Okay, yeah. What's your input, please?
Like I said before, I think it's fishy because it's like it's always the same thing when it comes to a lot of celebrities, especially if they're like kind of like well known and they're well loved by a lot of people, especially if they speak out about the truth. Like, for example, Angie Stone, she also left the industry. And then right after that, she supposedly got killed in the car crash. I believe, honestly, in my opinion, I don't think she died at that scene. I think she was placed, in my opinion, as if to let us know that, oh yeah, she got the car crash and that was the end of it. Because I don't know, just it's every time someone like tells the truth about something, like maybe a week or two later, or we find out that they passed away from a heart attack or drowning, it's always a similar thing. Like every celebrity pretty much that passed away recently in the past maybe about 5, 10 years died of drowning, drug overdose, heart attack. It just it's crazy. So I just like I said, I don't trust what they say. I always kind of like keep a ear out and kind of like do like more research about it because they lie. They'll tell you one thing and do another. So I just be careful about what I listen to, and I just my spirit tells me just it's more to it than what they're telling us. I used to watch them too, especially on Netflix. It's a show called The Resident. He was on that show. Um, Phenomenal, I say, and yeah, just like I said before, the brother knew how to swim, so for him to drown, I get accidents happen, but every person always dies the same way. Like Whitney Houston died in the bathtub, and right after that, her daughter died the same exact way. So it's funny. I don't trust the industry at all. I mean, that's pretty much what I have to say.
Thanks for stay right there. And want to I want you to is it possible I give you my email?
Uh, yeah, I would have to ask my husband about if it's okay with that.
Oh, no. Okay, I got you. I got you. You married. We respect that. We respect that over here. We
Yeah,
respect that. We respect that. No problem. But you more than welcome to come back here anytime you want. If your husband wanted to join, he's welcome.
definitely. I'll let him know.
Yeah, let him know, please. But you don't have to go nowhere. But I think that
Oh
we need
no,
to talk. I think we need to talk more about this because it sounds fishy.
it needs to be more discussion because usually they like to especially they want to sweep like stuff like this under the rug. They don't want you to talk about it. Like they shadow ban people, censoring for speaking the truth about stuff that's going on in the world and stuff. And then with like people like us, um, they make sure that they make sure you don't get your video seen. And it just
Yeah,
if it was
but
something simple, if it was something simple, like for example, it was something simple. If it wasn't a like foul play or nothing like that, it shouldn't be this much of a commotion. Just like it's something like let's say if I die, um, if I die or something like that, we don't get the amount of coverage like these people get. Like it's not a big deal. They they tell us where we die from and stuff like that, and they like okay, that's it is what it is. Bam, it's done. But somebody like that dies or something like that, it's always we have to investigate. We gotta find out what happened. It is it's like I said, I don't trust the industry. I really don't.
yeah, I don't real trust it either. You know. Oh, go ahead, she Diggy, you was saying so. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, I appreciate that. Um, am I hearing a kid? Am I hearing a baby in the background?
Yeah, that's my son.
How old is he?
He's 3.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's getting a little rowdy, isn't he?
Yeah, just feeding him right now
That's it.
while I'm on the chat.
All right. You can mute yourself, of course, so he doesn't, get too rowdy. In case he gets a little rowdy.
No, see,
But anyway, what I want to say was also, a lot of people, like a lot of people are going to be made exposed. Not going to be like painted as this, that, and the third. Because one thing that the industry wants to do is control the narrative. I mean, look what happened to Dave Chappelle when he walked away from the Chappelle show. They started putting out rumors that like he was crazy, he was on drugs or some stuff like that. And the truth of the matter was, he went to South Africa just to chill. because he needed to get his head on straight because it was just too much, just too much weighing on his mind at the time. And when he came back, and like people were like asking him dumb questions, like, "What happened?" It's like, and asking really like, "Are you on crack or what?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" I tried to make him out like he was crazy when he wasn't. So, what's the truth and what's the narrative? And this got to battle over control of the narrative. And it's going to be an uphill struggle to find out what really happened to Malcolm-Jamal-Warner. Hopefully, but in the meantime, I just hope his family, just grieve and eventually find closure. But right now, they just need to, like, I don't know what they're saying. I just feel for his family right now,
Yeah. All right. Before we
It's,
continue, let's talk about his accomplishments before he passed away. I think that is very important, and also we could throw in, what certain things he said about the industry. So, sis, if you want to go first, what do you feel about his accomplishments?
Are you talking about me?
Yes, you.
It just okay. Well, like I said before, I used to watch this show called The Resident on Netflix. Like I said, it's
Yeah.
phenomenal. He's the best show I ever watched that he played in. I didn't know that he was in the Cosby Show. Like, I was born in '96, so I'm not really too fond of the Cosby Show, but I've heard about it. I've seen like maybe a few episodes and stuff like that, but I didn't really get into it. The only show like I said, I only seen him in The Resident, and he's a great, awesome actor.
Yeah.
He played that role very well,
Yes.
very well. So yeah, and I never really hear him like any talk about the industry because but like I said, like he's a very I know I know in my opinion, I think he was a great person. I could tell by the way people look up to him, and yeah, he especially definitely was a great person.
Yeah, he was a great person. Brother God Nollywood, his accomplishments.
Yo, I'm here.
Yeah. Um, our late brother, his accomplishments.
Man, like, I haven't really, I only, I know that he was in other shows. I really didn't watch him like that. Only thing I do remember is the Cosby Show. I think he was in a movie. I think it was. I'm not sure, but I don't really. Honestly, I just feel like I just wish that he had more movie roles. Um, than more comedy TV shows. I think he should have did more uh serious movie roles and stuff. I would love to have seen him because a lot of childhood actors, they move into the movies and stuff, to the big screens. Um, but I think he definitely made a name for himself. I mean, people know who he is. People always going to remember as Theo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, that's like I said. That's the only thing I when I see him, I just think about the Cosby. And I think that's a good thing. I mean, I don't want to look at him and remember him doing like a filthy scene or some fruit gazy scene. You know what I'm saying? I just see a kid just being, I saw when I saw him in the Cosby, I saw myself. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's, just a kid just want to have fun. And, I mean, that's what I said. And I think that's what he made young brothers like me, you know, hey, it's okay to be, it's okay. You don't have to act like a thug. You don't have to act like, you know, you don't have to be something that you're not comfortable with. You know what I mean? So I just think that he made it cool to just be a normal teenager, you know what I'm saying? Just going through life, just trying to learn things, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what I say he brought to the table for me. So yes, I think he I think he uh changed my life. I think he changed other young brothers' lives too in a way, you know. But just the fact that I grew up watching him and grow as I grew, you know what I'm saying? Um, and it's just amazing thing, you know what I'm saying? Just like I like seeing that. So it's kind of like he was like family to us. If you look at, he was like family.
Yeah, he
Just
was.
like,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying, that we just never met him in person, but you know, that's how it's just a sad day, man. Like I'm still hurt by that. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
he died before his time. You know what I mean? Like he's still
Yeah.
young.
And at the same time, no, I wait till I finish. Wait till I do mine. She Digley. Um, your accomplishments that
First of all, he had plenty of accomplishments behind the scenes, or should I say behind the camera. You know, he did some directing, he did some writing, but you know, acting and whatnot. I remember, um, besides Cosby Show, he did a Malcolm and Eddie with Eddie Griffin. People forget that, as well as in The Resident when he was. But a lot of people forget, like he did some movies as well. One I can think of is where he played Wesley Snipes' brother and fellow U.S. Marshal in Drop Zone. There are also a couple of movie appearances here and there. So he was like, he was still working, but let's not forget, brother was also working not just in front of the camera, but also behind the camera. And right now I'm looking up. Oh, I forgot to mention, I remember he was in one of my favorite episodes of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where he was suing Will Smith and everything. It involved him dating. He played a young attorney who was being mentored by Uncle Phil, and who was also dating Hillary. And there was a fender bender involving him and Will, and the car that Will used belonged to Jazz. And it's from there It's from there that you saw the running gag of Jazz getting thrown out the front door. But you can find that episode. No, go ahead. I'm done.
No, go ahead. Finish.
No, but it's just like, no, I'm done. I'm done, actually.
Okay. Well, for me, I think go along what y'all was saying, go back to the Cosby Show when Dio became a man. And then he had dyslexia. And he was worried how he had to deal with it. And at the same time, he was a teacher, and he was like, I think he was a teacher, I think a trouble kid, something like that. And you see, he became a man and he stayed in the community and stuff like that. And even there was another episode when he finally graduated. And because throughout the years in college, Dio was giving the parents problems, but he always trying to find a way to make it. But when he let him know that, because he was going through dyslexia too in college. A lot of people don't know that. Y'all know that. But when he was going through that, the parents was right there. And so when he was graduating, he said, Dad asked me so many tickets. I don't have that. He said, I don't have that much tickets. I'm squeezing out the big family and stuff. So the mother had to sit him down, said, you have to understand, you scare us and everything. He's so proud of you. And he said, I saw, and they go, and I want people to understand the parents didn't give up on the child because I want people to understand, and I want you to talk about this too. When I'm serious, say, when I was in special ed, my parents did not give up on me. You know what I mean? So that episode means a whole lot to me. It's like Theo was like, remind me. The parents, the Cosby parents remind me of my parents. And so for me, when I seen that, it moved me a lot because they didn't give up Theo. And Theo, you know, we he went on to be a good, great teacher, and helping kids and stuff like that, and that moved me and everything. So but we could save this because I think we cover enough. Y'all agree?
Yeah, we
I
did.
can agree with that. Also, keep in mind,
I agree.
the Cosby Show ran parallel with Cosby's actual real life as well, because Cosby himself, his own son Ennis, was diagnosed with dyslexia. He would go on, and the show ended and the show ended the same way. And the show ended like 92, the same year that Ennis graduated from college. Interesting. He went to Morehouse. Now, he went to Morehouse, first of all, but he also became a teacher for kids with learning disabilities and whatnot. And found that, somebody should help me overcome my dyslexia. And, my parents never gave up on me. In fact, they encouraged me, and realized I can overcome it and help kids that way. And that's Ennis Cosby, because he did the same way. He did the same thing until his untimely death. He mentored some kids, and some kids looked at him like a second father. He was a great father figure, in the classroom, where he helped kids with all those problems, just like Theo would have been. R.I.P. Malcolm-Jamal-Warner.
Yeah.
May your spirit live on, and everyone whose hearts you touched.
Yeah, definitely.
Facts.
This is what we're going to do right here, sis. This is how we do it. I have everybody make their last remarks. That you stay right there. Each person make their last remarks, and we're gonna close it out as a family. So you say you've been sub to my channel. So ladies goes first. So I want you to please give us your last remarks and stay right there. Please, to everybody make their last remarks. We're gonna close it out as a family. Please.
Okay, that's fine. I appreciate you for allowing me, allow me to be on your live. I really appreciate it. It was a great one. Um, Very interesting topic. Just appreciate it. I enjoyed the time, and appreciate you, brother. Underrated. Thank you for
Appreciate it.
giving us something.
Thank you. And don't be a stranger.
I won't.
We need sisters like you to come up and tell the truth sometime. We need that.
Yep.
We definitely
Of
need that.
course.
We need to work together as a people. I'm gonna say that more of when I make my last remarks. Brother C. Digley, last remarks, please.
Here's what I just want to say: for what it's worth, cherish every moment, because you never know when tomorrow. Because like they say, tomorrow's never guaranteed. So live your days to the fullest, and try to have a nice day, like the late John Witherspoon would tell people do. Despite everything, just have a nice day and put out some positive energy, because there's enough negativity going around. Peace and blessings to everyone.
All right, stay right there. Sis, stay right there. P. Nollywood.
Yo, this was I want to say thank you, Underrated, for having me. I want to thank everybody on the panel for showing your condolences to our brother, Malcolm-Jamal-Warner. Rest in peace. And my condolences to his family, his loved ones. You know, it's been a really sad. I just been bummed out ever since I heard the story, man. I'm still shocked of the situation, and hopefully we can get some clarity of what exactly happened soon. Um, but um, but it just shows you how life is so short. And while we will argue and fight over the most stupidest things, over the most pettiest things, um, you know, even these celebrities who got money or whatever, you see how they dropping like flies. So, you know, when you see that, you realize that, hey, if they're dropping, then what, you know, maybe I got to get my act right. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I would say live your life like it's your last, and also too live for the future. You know what I'm saying? Live for the future. You know what I'm saying? Live for the next generation. And I would say keep your circle small. Know who you hang out with. You know, I don't have a lot of friends, so my circle is very small. Um, and I like it like that because now I know I can control my circle more. Um, but yeah, I just stay like I think one of y'all said, stay positive and just do the right thing and don't be afraid. And I would say this: continue to fight. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid that because we are living in a world where people don't like the truth, and that's just the fact is. And I think the truth is revolutionary. So continue to fight. Continue to stand your ground and protect your family, protect yourself, stay healthy, protect your family, protect your loved ones, and your friend, your just just be strong, man. Just live your life to the fullest. Because, like I said, tomorrow's not promised to nobody. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the only thing I got to say on that. But thank you, Underrated, for having me, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to you after you finish here, so stay right there. And thanks for your great remarks. Great. I want people to understand this. That each of y'all have channels, your content creators. Put it out there, created it. I thought we are gonna have more people come up here to show their condolences and stuff. I know people say, "Oh, did anything happen?" Yeah, I understand. I was watching the count, which is live and record. At first, we seen 8. Then at first, we seen 9.
Yep.
Then we talked about the power. Now it's down to 0. But I guarantee there would have been any negativity.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been 11, 12, 30, probably 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So we talking about, the sister talking about shadow ban and stuff like that. I know this channel is shadow ban.
Right.
It is. It is shadow ban.
That's exactly why I said what I said. I know.
My channel, check my channel. My shadow, and even get Brother God 90, we got channel shadow ban. Even yours is shadow.
Yeah.
Because we ain't no shoe shine boys and girls. All right, we don't shift and jive. We ain't no Al Joseph mother. All right, we ain't one of these sisters out here. Oh, I love you, but you stab in the back. No. We got real people out here that willing to stand up for our people, to let the people know that we part of the human family. And there are some in the powers that be do not like that. And it's cool with me that I'm going to fight y'all. Ain't never going to stop. So we have to understand they using our people to destroy the ones that telling the truth. So I'm just saying, don't stop. Like the brother said, don't stop. Truth is revolutionary. Stand up for it. And you're gonna have family members don't even want to acknowledge that. And that's all right. Friends, that's all right. People on the job, it's all right. But we have to understand that the ones that are brothers and sisters, famous and also not so famous, they stand up for the truth and they pay the price. And we got to keep their legacy going. We got to keep their struggle going. It's a must. We have to, and it got to happen. And that's all I'm going to say. On behalf of my channel, The Underrated Darkness, yours truly, the #1 grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media. Better believe that, the best of the business. You know what I mean? That's what I am. I'm the best of the business. I am the business. This is the last brother Malcolm-Jamal-Warner passed away too soon. Open panel. Hashtag the truth is #1 grind. What a loss. By humanity. But to us as a people, what a loss. And thank y'all. I don't know, I'm gonna do one tomorrow. It really depends. But salute to y'all and your family. Brother God, not want to reach out to you any minute. So watch out for that. And just understand that we still, let's talk. Got work to do. Got work to do. And we gotta understand that the world, people have never changed. Only thing about it, they have kids and they worse. Different times. We have to understand that too. On behalf of my channel, Underrated Darkness, yours truly, the #1 grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media. Better believe that. Thank y'all. Love your family. Great rising tonight. Much blessings to y'all. This one is Ghost.